Hey you! Are you a true NewJeans fan? Then quick, name every pairing combination and their pairing names. Said no one ever. But one of the best parts about getting into a K-pop group is figuring out the dynamic between all the members. In a group like NewJeans, that's something you might be able to understand after a year or two. But in a group like S, whoa, S, 24 members, 24 members, 24 members. I need more time for that one. But it's been a while since I've covered NewJeans, so I thought why not help bunnies learn a little bit more about NewJeans' group dynamics with this lighthearted guide. We'll be going through all 10 pairings in this order. Can you guess who the Tom and Jerry are? Or how about who I think is the most wholesome? Since there's a lot to cover, I have special guest bunny Regina Song here to help us out.
Hey guys, my name is Regina Song, and I am a singer-songwriter who you might know from my song The Cutest Pair. And recently I released my debut album called Fangirl, and if you like songs that are a bit girly and are like Asian pop, you might want to check it out. Thanks Ben for letting me come on your show.
Of course, but it's time to dive right into the NewJeans group dynamic. Right after... Disclaimer, while I've been a bunny since debut, I still do not know the members or how they feel about each other on a personal level, so this will be a simplification of their relationships and is meant only as an entertaining introduction. Thank you. Alright bunnies, the time to explore the NewJeans relationship web is right now. If I could choose one scene to show the unique characteristic of the Bbangsaz dynamic, it'd be this. Look, they're not always at each other's throats, but let's just say teasing comes natural to them. Maybe it has something to do with the fact they're both the unnies in the group. Or maybe it has something to do with the fact their MBTIs are complete opposites.
이렇게 즉흥적인 거에 강하신 것 같아요. Perceiving. Why are you staring at me like that?
But one thing is for sure. They've been some of the closest friends in the group since pre-debut. Whether they're marathoning Twilight together, doing some random roleplay, or teaming up to become the ultimate competitive duo, they sorta adore each other. I mean, you remember that quote from Minji back in 2022? Yeah, that one. That's some love.
I like your nose today.
My nose?
It's cute.
Oh no, she's my wife.
The Aussies. They have each other's back. When Danielle makes a slip up, Hanni covers for her.
저희가 8일 동안 프로모션 하고 이제 마지막 방송
8일 8주.
네, 제가 들었습니다. 왜 찍어요? 저희 다니는 좀 애교 많아서 조금 그렇게 표현을 합니다.
And vice versa.
내일 본날입니다. 내일 공공연 믿기지가 않아. 신지랄의
What can I say that hasn't been said before? Their shared backgrounds and interests truly make them sisters.
Dora the Explorer. Dora was my idol. Swiper, no swiping. And then the Eagle Piggle.
In short, they're as close as can be.
오늘 한이 언니가 제 식당 가방 안에 이 쪽지를 쏙 몰래 넣은 거예요. 저 진짜 많이 떨렸거든요. 근데 이거 보고 힘나서.
Well, maybe not the closest you can be.
손 신났어요. 네. Okay, let's go, man.
3. Okay, I'm coming out and saying it. Daerin is the cutest pairing. These two treat each other like they're their own imaginary friends. We're talking emotional support. We're talking cuddles.
너랑 같이 갈 수 있어서 다행이다.
We're talking goofing around like they straight up forgot their idols and are those besties on the back of the bus during a school field trip. Danielle's max extroversion and Haerin's max introversion work surprisingly well together. It's like you can tell how much Danielle loves playing with Haerin, and while Haerin plays coy at first, By the end of the interaction, there's a smile on her face. Every single time. Danielle set Haerin as her wallpaper, for God's sake. And trust me, the feeling is mutual. So yeah, I'm not saying they're my favorite pairing, but they definitely are
정말 amazing해요.
정말 amazing.
4. Okay, y'all, if you want to understand the Maknaez, please just watch this. Where'd I put it? Oh, yeah. Understanding the Maknaez may sound intimidating at first, but with this informational video, you'll understand their dynamic and general behavior around each other. Let's begin with a step-by-step walkthrough of a foundational element of their relationship, what experts call a skit. A skit typically occurs when Haein decides to be a silly little guy around Haerin. Let's take a look. In this example, Haein is pretending to be, or role-playing, a clothing store clerk. Let's see how Haerin responds. A cheeky smirk, eyes on the camera. In the face of Haein's newfound escapade, Haerin looks to the viewer to communicate her feelings. She knows she must participate in the roleplay, no matter how bizarre. The game has only just begun. What we've just witnessed is what experts call a crack. Haein's silly little guy levels exceed Haerin's capacity, and for the first time this roleplay, her calm facade is shattered. Recovery is quintessential now, lest the interaction result in Haein's utter dominance of funny business. Seeing her Unnie struggling, Haein offers words of encouragement. She too, while most likely flattered at how much her peak comedy has broken Haerin, knows the show must go on for the camera. Stunning. In the face of a side-eye some may refer to as bombastic, Haerin's steadfast responses have resulted in Haein having to resort to, frankly uncalled-for comments on Haerin's phenotypes, and a withdrawal from the roleplay. Haerin has successfully resisted the funnies, and pulled through. This is only one glance into the amazing world of the NewJeans Maknaez. If you would like to learn more about the Maknaez, please. Oh, the tape is damaged. Well, I guess that was enough. Minji is like Haein's disapproving mother. She just won't know what to say half the time in response to Haein's cutesy, chaotic comedy.
민지의 이름으로 널 용서하지 않겠다.
갖다 놓으세요.
But all it takes is for Haein to look at Minji with her adoring eyes, and then she turns into the proudest mother alive. Whether it's Minji taking care of Haein, or Haein giving endless compliments to her Unnie, it doesn't really get more heartwarming than these two together. Minji and Danielle have one of the most surprisingly chill dynamics. Like, Hanni is just old enough and, you know, that Minji feels that competitive heat with her. Haerin and Haein are cute to the point they entertain her endlessly, but Danielle, she's in the middle spot where Minji and her can kind of just respect each other as humans, despite being so different. They get along super well, and only occasionally does Danielle's ultra sunshine no sadness mode send Minji running.
I love you, baby.
In my opinion, an underrated pairing that I'd love to see more of.
진짜? 이 소리에. What? 뭐지? 늦었나? 이랬는데 아니었음.
7.
If Minji is like the disapproving mother who loves her daughter at heart, Danielle is the aunt that comes over and showers you with love whether you want it or not. Danielle just gets stars in her eyes whenever Haein does anything.
좀 멋지네. 좀 멋지네 우리 아가. 우리 아가. 처음 불러봐. 우리 아가라고.
But baby Haein is too rebellious to take all those remarks lying down. Okay, so if Minji is the mom and Danielle is the doting aunt, then what is Hanni? Well, it's not as clear-cut, but I'd say she's like the cool famous aunt who lived in a foreign country and is always off selling out shows, which means every moment they get to spend together is instantly precious.
아, 기타 치는 거 너무 예뻐. 어떡해. 너무 좋다.
So I'll think of you once in a moon.
귀여워.
And in turn, Hanni thinks Haein is just the cutest. No one has the power to melt her heart more. Honestly, I'd love to see more of this pairing. It's not the most common, but one of the more wholesome ones.
Hey Ben, can I have the next one? Hanni and Haerin are my biases.
Oh yeah, right. Take it away, Regina.
9.
So getting right into it, Hanni and Haerin have a rather calm and soothing older-younger sister dynamic, and they kind of balance each other out, sometimes literally balance each other out. When they were grouped together for a challenge and lost, you can see that Hanni is a little unhappy about the loss and is more expressive about her shock and disappointment. However, Haerin is super chill about it and tries to like comfort Hanni by tugging her arm, which I think is super cute. Hanni is the older and more talkative one, while Haerin is the younger and more reserved one. So more often than not, Hanni is the one who plays around with Haerin and looks after her. But in the balancing each other out fashion, there are also times where Haerin makes fun of Hanni, especially Hanni's accent that she seems to be like fascinated about, and she tries her best to mimic her.
왜 쳐다봐, 강예린.
왜 쳐다봐 강예린?
And of course, Haerin shows her concern for Hanni when she didn't get breakfast and reminds her in a sweet, demure way that she should never forget to have breakfast, which I think is really sweet.
나 안 먹고 왔어. 큰 실수였습니다. 아침 안 먹으면 안 돼요.
They're both so sweet and caring, and it's no wonder they're my favorite girls. Thanks Ben for letting me take this section of your video. Bye!
Thanks, Regina. But now, that means it's time for...
10.
our last pairing! Where are the streamers? The streamers? There we go. We all know Haerin is a cat, but never is this more apparent than when she speaks with Minji. Like their dynamic is basically a cat and their owner. Not that Minji, I mean, come on, you know what I mean. While Minji finds Haerin super cute and makes her laugh a ton, she also gets the most honest remarks from her too.
Do you have any idea who I am?
But like any cat owner, that bluntness is all just part of the charm for Minji. What I like though is it goes both ways. Minji isn't afraid to play with her cat a little.
아 무서워 나 여기 안 있을래.
제 뒤에 쫄보 강예린이 있는데요.
쫄보가 아니에요 좀. 아 쫄보인가?
Yup, if you were wondering, this is arguably the most Tom and Jerry it gets in NewJeans. But like Tom and Jerry if Tom and Jerry hugged like every 5 minutes. And that's all 10 pairings. I hope this gave you a deeper appreciation for just how varied and unique every single relationship is in the group. No doubt one of the reasons NewJeans has seen so much success is the bonds between the members are unshakable, and the funny and wholesome dynamics give so much comfort to their fans. I hope you could see that today. And once again, shoutouts to Regina Song for collaborating with me on this. I love her music a ton, and if you're a big fan of NewJeans' By-Jeans covers, you'll find a lot of that similar beautiful vocally goodness from her catalog on Spotify, Apple Music, and other streaming services. But like always, big shoutouts to my patrons for making this possible. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more fun and insightful K-pop content, and I'll see you guys next time. Annyeong!